Hello, and hello if you're a new person watching this video. My name is Paul from Mode 7, and this is Frozen Synapse 2. What I'm doing today is playing through the game as it is, as much as possible, and trying to figure out if there are any big things, if there are any small things, if there are any medium-sized things that we absolutely need to fix before we go into a final beta and collate lots of feedback and input from the community. So what I'm hoping for today is that you'll be able to see more of the game than you have before, and I'll explain things as we go along. So, just to recap, or to introduce this to you if you're new, your faction in this game is by default called Bureau 8, and you are sent into this city, which is the city of Markov Geist from Frozen Synapse 1, in order to defend it against incursions from a malevolent outside force called Sonata. We're going to customize our faction a little bit. I'm going to keep Bureau 8. I'm going to call myself Director, and I'm going to put my name in here because it's always more effective to see your own name. Now, we should have some other customization options in there eventually, but that's just the basics for now. So, the first thing I'm going to do, you would have tutorial stuff here. There'd be an initial mission where you go and learn how to do combat, and then there'd be some dialogue which teaches you how to use the map. So, everything on here is a bit complicated. We haven't really finished tutorial stuff yet. So for now, I'm just going to advance time past that point. And this is going to be our first real incursion. So this one takes place really close to our base. And I'm going to get the details of that now. So these guys are the district governors. And the city basically is divided into districts, which I'll show you in a minute. And each district gives you some funding. So when an incursion happens, they want you to come in and get rid of it, basically. Okay, so the district has told us we have to go over there, and the people on our side are telling us various things about it. I'll just quickly take a look at the district view. These are broken at the moment, unfortunately, which is annoying, and so are the funding percentages. So those are broken at the moment too, and there's too many things being displayed. But ultimately, these areas will be the different districts, and then you can see when an incursion arrives, when something else happens, whether you want to go there or not. Something that is working, I believe, is the economy screen, which is here. And this is now, we improved this recently. This is going to give you an idea of where all your money is coming from. So money kind of works on a rate basis in this game, basically. So you get this through basically sort of every period. And then you have to spend money on your units and on various services that your faction needs in order to function. So here you can see all the individual payments from the districts are about the same. Now the other factions in the city, the ones you can see listed down here, they also give you payments, and these are now listed in this nice list. Eventually this will be ordered in inverse order of magnitude, so you'll be able to see where the money's coming from. Anyway, that's a general overview of what's going on. So let's just get our squad over there now. So here's our basic strike team. Just thinking about this, I don't know how much money we have available at the start of the game. We do have some, so I'm going to pick up this Uzi unit, submachine gun unit, and just add it to that squad. Is it going to be worth me buying another? I think I will. I'm going to buy another. Now, economic balancing is something that we're going to be doing shortly, not really focusing on that today, so a lot of the economy stuff is in flux. If you do have any sort of core economic ideas based on seeing this video, then do let me know. Right, finally, we're going to send this squad over there. Off they go. Not too much other faction activity happening at the start of the game yet. Right, let's trigger the mission, and we will go in and see what is up with this incursion. Pardon my drinking. This may be a long one today. Okay, so we're going to zoom down in here. Now, this transition is basically done. I'm not completely happy with how that happens at the end, and the icon kind of zooms off to the side. We may have to fade the icon out or something like that, but that's basically done. Okay, so the district governor, one thing I do need to do is make it clear that this is the governor talking here and who these characters are, because there's quite a few of them. He's saying that Sonata appeared from nowhere and so threatening people, so we have to get in. Now, as you may have seen if you've seen any other videos, this building is on lockdown. And that means that in order to get into it, we have to get units into these zones here, and that will open up the windows and also the door, which is locked here. Now, differentiating, we're very limited on what we can do with some of the in-level stuff, unfortunately, due to the way it's been done. So this is sort of the best way we have of differentiating windows and doors. Making them different colors is too jarring, and you can't really display sort of icons or symbols on them. That's not possible to do for some reason I don't understand. So we have this kind of lighter, slatted thing with this effect for windows, and then this darker, more solid thing for doors. I think it's probably okay, but if you think that that's going to be too hard to differentiate, let me know. Deployment. So now these units should have numbers on them, but they're broken currently. So we're going to deploy our squad in a minute, but we can see here that this unit, denoted by a circle, is unaware, so we can watch its plan, its patrol route, by testing the plan here. So we know it's going to go there. So this is a very basic mission. I'm just going to deploy around here. Again, some of you will have seen this before, so feel free to skip past this if you're not interested in watching it again. I'm going to move my unit into the door there. This one I'm going to aim up here and try and take that external unit out. In fact, what I'll do is position these units around here. Now, you do have these deployment warnings that, I'll just redeploy this one. You have deployment warnings that show up to basically indicate, that's in the bottom left of the screen here, to indicate why you can't deploy something somewhere. We weren't able to, say, shade all the areas where you can and can't deploy. It just wouldn't work, unfortunately, so we have to rely on this. What I want to do is put the warnings down here and have them with an icon next to them and sort of make them bigger and bolder. And also, they're currently not showing up when you drag units. Someone did mention that they wanted the map to scroll when you drag like this. That's not going to be possible to do, unfortunately. So you're going to have to just deal with the camera while you can zoom in and out while you're dragging, so it's not too bad. But a feature I would have liked to have done, but we just can't do, unfortunately. Okay, so we've got our SMGs positioned outside the window. We've got this unit here going to unlock. So let's see what happens when we do that. All right, so that just turns green to let us know that that will unlock once we've committed the turn. So we now commit the turn. We've got a nice loading screen coming in soon as well to get rid of that horrible stuff there. Okay, pretty effective. So we managed to take out one unit on the outside. And this window is too small and the portrait is too small. So that's something I'm going to be changing. Thank you, Creative Cloud. Shout it aloud. Something I'm going to be changing in order to give us some more space. So Balakra is talking about this thing, which is the relic, and we get relics from all of these missions, and relics give us money, and they also unlock new mercenaries, and all of the other factions want relics to contribute to their projects, so they're going to be asking you for them as well. So that'll be about balancing the factions. So this unit's just strafing past that window. What I'm going to do here is set engage and stop on sight. Now, is that a body? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to make a note there that I don't think bodies should not appear on top of plans. The kind of Z organization of everything in this game is a real pain, so you always seem to get UI elements, plan elements disappearing behind other things and things coming up in front of other things. I am non-technical, so I'm always baffled as to why that might be. I understand, you know, you get screen space, world space issues and all that sort of thing, but ultimately I think 90% of my life is just saying, this thing should not overlap this other thing, which just proves why you should never go into game development as a career. Right. Now, I'm going to be moving through this building, hopefully, if I cancel my aim here, move through. These units are very, very basic. They can catch you out, and if they do, that's okay, because obviously not every player is going to be beating this mission straight up, but I think we should be pretty much good there. Let's see. Now, this is still coming up to spoil the end of the mission in the final turn, so I'm just going to make another note of that. End mission button is coming up before the end of the mission still. Good. Okay, and then objects that you've revealed in the level will be picked up automatically when you kill all of the enemies, so you don't have to just run around hoovering everything up. Okay, right, we're ending the mission. Yeah, now there's some sequencing stuff with that transition out that needs to be looked at. I'll just make sure that that's transition out of the level needs to be sequenced better. This screen, we're going to have a big graphical success thing. graphical success thing, a big image that says success up here, and then this stuff I'd like this to animate in. It's aligned a bit weirdly. I mean, this is our sort of celebration screen. Talk makes it hard to do jazzy UI stuff, as we found throughout the years. Talk is the engine that we use, so we may struggle to make this exciting, but it certainly needs to be more exciting than it is currently. Okay, bit of story stuff here, which I'm going to skip through, so that we don't give away too much story. Now, when you do an incursion, the district governor will call you up and tell you how you did. So these are quite frequent, and I need to write more variations for them. But they're happy with our performance, and we should see them increase our funding by a little bit. So that's nice. I'm going to send the squad back to HQ, and we've now got new mercenaries. So as I mentioned in my previous video, we've made assault rifles, the basic unit, a lot more expensive. Pistols and SMGs, I think, may be too cheap still, so let's just investigate that. We'll sign another SMG and put it in this squad. And we seem to have a thing where a new merc drops in every time we buy something. I'm not sure about that, so... just clatter away on my keyboard briefly while I make a note of that. The flamethrowers are really cool, and I will definitely be getting one of those soon when I can afford it. Yeah, so for now, do I want another one? Well, I'll get another one for now. We'll go with mass SMGs, and what we might do is divide those into a squad who will go and do something else. Now, what I want to do immediately is get some more money, so I'm going to go over here and do a contract. I think I'm going to do the Raiders. So the Raiders basically are just a kind of rebel force within the city that the council who you work for don't like. And you get... I'm really doing all notifications today. You get a small amount of money for dealing with them. So I don't know if this will work particularly well, so I'm just going to accept that contract. And now I need to get my strike team back home first, so I can do that. We'll activate the relic there. Then I'm going to send them off to do the contract. So, okay, that was a good, successful mission. We should start to see more faction behavior soon. One thing that's definitely happening at the moment is they're not doing enough stuff early on. The city is very silent at the moment, which is a shame. They will call you up and introduce themselves now. We brought that back. It wasn't happening before, and I want you to meet every faction sort of pretty quickly so you get a handle for who they are. So we'll go through this one. This is Virgil. He is the leader of Forgiven Geometry. Forgiven Geometry are the shape form faction. So shape forms are kind of sort of AIs that they're not artificially constructed. Most of them, they exist within the shape, which is kind of the internet, pervasive sort of virtual worldy matrixy internet. They are creatures that live there. And he is quite a quirky character. He has a particular understanding of how Sonata works, this incoming force, and he will try and persuade you of that eventually. He has a friend called the Companion Drobbit, who is completely intangible. And he talks about the Companion Drobbit a fair amount, but obviously you never perceive him. So his position on Sonata is that Sonata is confused, and that we need to kind of figure her out a bit more, and that will come into play in the story a lot later. Okay, so this is a generative one, and he's responding to the fact that we did well in the incursion, and there should be a lot of bespoke text for every faction. So this is a bespoke sentence that he's saying here. You do have some deafness with the old tactical apparatus, it would appear. So each faction leader has their own diction and their way of expressing themselves. All right, so that's fine. So off we go. This call is coming from the story, so we do have extra calls from the characters explaining various things. And that's all good. Okay, so we've reached our target location. Now, I want to just see if we absolutely need to have this differentiation between these two attack types. And can they be signified more clearly? I think one of the issues with this might be people getting confused and hitting the wrong one. And I don't know if you complete the contract if you do hit the wrong one. So let's make sure we hit the right one and do the contract for now. Okay. That is just a bug. Okay, so we're in a situation distribution now, and that means that our units are basically placed randomly around the map. Now, this is a real double-edged sword. I think raiders are sort of almost always going to be situation-based. It's a real double-edged sword because, essentially, you want to get into the mission very, very quickly, but also you can get into situations like this where it's kind of inevitable that you're going to lose a unit. So we need to try and figure out a way of making that okay. I don't know if we could have different regeneration rules for situations. Maybe you get all your units back if you win the mission or something like that. I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. I will think about that, and I shall make a note of it. Different regeneration rules for situations. That might, I mean, it's narratively really weird, but it might solve the problem of, like, I feel like I'm going to lose a unit here. I mean, this is just sort of 50-50 really, and it happened to be that this unit was aiming at me, so I'm sure I'll, yeah, in fact, even if I focus on this one, I'm going to, it's 50-50, okay, well, yeah, situations are fun because they really get you into the gameplay instantly, but they're tricky as well. We're in some good cover there, so that's nice. Try and aim down here. We're going to bring this unit around here. I mean, it might just be that this sort of thing is a fact of life, and then losing the odd unit is okay, maybe. The rest of the game feels quite restrictive on whether you should lose units a lot. I'm actually going to put this on engage and stop on site. So we're actually doing pretty well there. I mean, these should always be low-level units for the raiders as well, so we'll see. I mean, one idea I did have was that road missions should always be situations, and that's where you get that sort of gameplay from, but this is a little bit much, I think. It's a little bit much, especially with some of the other missions, some of the other Raiders missions, which I think eventually are going to have quite a large number of units and be a bit more crazy and freeform. But we shall see. I mean, I kind of wonder about just having a smaller space, maybe having side spawns, like we did in Frozen Synapse 1. We'll put that in as a suggestion. So, okay, that unit's kind of occupied there, as is that one. I think I'm just going to... I may just stick with what I have for now. Yeah, I'll stick with what I have for now and see if I can draw the AI out a little bit. Got that hero Izzy there, doing his Rambo thing and kind of coming up and flanking me. That's fine. So I've lost 2 units. I think if I come out here and also here simultaneously, we'll be alright. I wonder if I could just pop in and out here. Be a little bit annoying. Whoa. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Unless the AI does something clever, which it has been known to do upon occasion. Oh no. Okay. Alright. So that was okay. I mean... yeah, it's difficult to know. I'll try some more of those missions and see. Okay, so we're going to go back to base. We completed our contract. We got the money. There's new mercenaries will sign with us now. We don't really have enough money to do anything interesting. I did spend all my money on SMGs. So I definitely think we probably need to boost the value of contracts a little bit. And we've got another incursion. Now, this should be a randomly generated incursion. What I'm going to do here is... shall I send my squad with the dead? Yes, I'm going to send my squad with the dead units so that we don't annoy the district by waiting too long. What I could do is go all the way back to base. It's close to my base. I could go all the way back there and just kind of swap over. Now, there is a shape squad from Forgiven Geometry off to do something, off to do a venture. So we'll see. I don't know if Ian's put the new venture stuff in here. Here's Brianna Bartleby. She's the leader of Guest, who are kind of this hacker, sort of fairly left-wing hacker faction. Yeah, okay, this is a bit clunky. She's saying that I did well on this council job, but she hates the council. So I need to, I need to look into done the job stuff. That might need some more variation, and it might need some switching. That's fine. Need to look into done the job stuff, particularly GMC. I think we should just exclude working for the council from the jobs thing. Let's take a look at this randomly generated incursion then. Now, these ones are currently using different mission types. Wow, this is a really wacky lot. Okay. That's interesting. That's okay. I mean, we're going to go with this. This is kind of an alleyway between two buildings, I suppose. Not sure how the cars would have got in there. Very odd. Okay. And can I get in? No, I can't. Now, this is interesting. Our mission here is to kill this character. So this is an early version of these, and these are very randomly generated as well. This isn't a very large lot. There's a lot of tiling happening here. So I want to just take a screenshot of this and see if we can get that sorted out. Amount of tiling, background stuff in this lot. Okay. All right. So now our job here is to just take everything out. Now, I think we need to stop as well. Stuff on random incursions shouldn't spawn this close to the vehicle. This kind of creates a weird situation in which we need to do something immediately. Well, I say that, but actually we can deploy here. So we could deploy somewhere else. So I'm going to deploy here. 4, 5, and 6. Oh, that's an interesting bug. Right, deployment. UI element shouldn't jump back to the top when you deploy a unit from below the fold. Right. Okay, so now we're here. I mean, we might be a little far away there. Maybe I'll try putting... Is there a spot here where we can't be seen? I might try putting one there. Is there one here where we can't be seen? Could be seen all the way there. Okay. Well, we'll try and take them from both sides, shall we? Oh, we can go behind the vehicle as well. Let's do that. Let's do that. Why not? We're a bit closer. Oh yeah, here you can see the disambiguation UI. If two units overlap now, you just can't select one of them, and you have to select them from here. The visuals on this are a bit jank at the moment, but this really helps usability so much. It's unbelievable. Before you're trying to pixel hunt and find, you know, the tiny outlying edge of the unit, and then you had to come down here and select stuff. By the way, if this UI element here was organized better, at the moment it's a bit out of alignment, do you think it would be okay, or do you think we need to use icons for these? Icons look a lot nicer, but it's hard to figure out what things do and try and remember what things do. Even if you have mouse over, it's kind of irritating. We've done a lot of UI work, and we're sort of running out of time to do polishing stuff really. But if you think this would be a lot better with icons, do let me know in the comments and I shall get it done. Right, okay, so we didn't move that unit out, unfortunately, so we shall do that. I have to say these randomly generated ones are proving to be a nice break from the story stuff, having some more freeform gameplay. I'm just going to boldly kind of come out here. What could go wrong? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Ooh, that's not going to go well there for some reason. Did we not focus aim? Oh, the SMGs don't have focus aim because they're more sort of general fast, nippy units that do things. So instead of that, we'll just come around here. Again, will act as a distraction. That SMG getting taken out too. I just bring them across. Have them shoot a bit like that. This isn't going well, is it? It's because they have better cover than we do. I'll just put him on continue. Run him across there. And then this one here. Like this. Did we get a kill? No, it's still good cover. Tricky. I wonder if I might just leave them there. And then they'll get shot from the back. This one, I might run in. We can see if we could get in and take out that unit quickly by doing something like this. Yeah, I really think these are working, actually. Even though this generated a weird situation that I was going to complain about. In fact, it's actually pretty fun, and it's provided me with just a couple of turns of sort of quick strategic thinking rather than anything that's too multi-phase and in-depth. And that really is what you want from this stuff. Is the AI going to cope with this massive, weird level? I do think we might need to spend some time looking at generation again. Sorry, Ian. Sorry. Especially on these very big maps. Okay. Intelligent. The agent is running away there. I really shouldn't have left that on continue. I'm going to put that on engage. I'm going to clear all the plans now. Engage. Bring that one back. So is that agent... Does that agent actually try and run away? That's a question that I need to answer. As in, you can exit the level on these grey exit zones sort of at the sides. There's another one there. Yeah, that's intriguing. Okay, I wonder if I can... Can I get in quickly enough? If I can get in like this, will that work? Bang. Oh, no. Okay, that's not good enough. So... I'm going to come this way. See if I can get the jump there. And then... come around here. Is there anything to be gained there? I can get into a stronger position up here. Now, I think that unit might be going... No, we don't have any plan information. Unit might be going this way. We shall see. Run, run, run. I don't know if taking that fight there is wise. I think I'm just going to push up to here. And then see what happens. Oh, not around that way, though. By the way, if there's anything you think looks hard to use or just looks really bad, do let me know. We're still able to polish a few things visually, and obviously there's some obvious placeholder stuff. But we're largely kind of through that phase. But yeah, if anything's particularly great, just let me know. Okay, we did reasonably well on that turn. Reasonably well. Particularly happy with this. What I don't know if that agent is just going to come straight for us or not. So let's take a look at that. I mean, they are kind of nominally supposed to be the leader, so they might do some heroics occasionally. We can hand wave that a little bit. What I could do is come through, try and flank, and then, yeah, I might be able to get a shot from here. This is a cool game type. Really happy that this game type has worked so well. This is actually just a really nice distraction from the rest of the things I've been doing. So let's see. Got killed. Okay, but I lost a unit there. That was cool. I enjoyed that. Good. Good. All right. We got a relic. We got some money. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't notice that we've actually done them or not. That's kind of annoying. So we're going to lose money even though we did it well. We get reported for municipal code violations. These don't really mean anything. I'm thinking of kind of getting rid of that. It's sort of just irritating. Strike team needs orders. Okay, we send them back to base. Let's check our money. Okay, so we have some disposable income that's come there. A lot of it from bonds and relics. We're getting most of our money from the district payments currently. So that's all good. Let's look at this. I really want a rocket launcher, but there isn't one available right now. And I should probably... I don't know why the scope is so expensive. I should probably be saving up for an assault, or I could take a flamethrower now. Maybe I could cut one of these SMGs. Maybe I could cut one. Cut, okay. So that should give me some more money. It did. Is it worth cutting more to get another assault rifle? No, I'm going to take the flamer for now. Flamer goes in there. Okay, all good. Gonna see if there's a contract available to me. Ooh, there's quite a lot of contracts. Okay. They're all asking me to give them the relic, but that's not worth it at all. I get more money from the relic than I do from that, so that price needs to be sorted out. That is a very lucrative Raiders contract, which I'm going to take. I'm going to take that one. And I'm not going to send my squad there just yet. Now, I wonder if other factions... Could other factions... take on Raiders contracts? I'm thinking that maybe other factions should compete for the Raiders contracts, but that might well be too complicated. No, I think I'm not going to do that. Okay, we need to get our strike team back there. Donk. Store the bond. Activate the relic. I don't know if you can hear, but I think there's some kind of loud horse racing event outside. I live within earshot of a horse racing place. Okay, let's send our squad off to do the Raiders. Let's see how this one pans out. So this should be another situation. I think they're always situations right now. Oh, okay. So in fact, we're positioned all around this locked building, which is kind of cool. So let's see what we can do with this. Now, is there a window there? I'm going to put on long turns. I'm going to bring a unit around here to hit this window. Ooh, and I'm going to wait. Ah, this number thing refuses to sort itself out. I need to wait for a lot longer than that. Yeah, that'll do. Right. And then I'll put the flamethrower there. I'm going to put this one here in case that door opens. That is a bug. That shouldn't happen. Let's... Wow, it's really kicking off outside. Not quite sure why. Okay, it's the world's least interesting turn while they get into position. And, okay, we're going to need another turn in order to just get in there. Okay, very, very basic. I should have been aiming there. Very basic, and I lost a unit. That was silly. I wonder if we can we flamethrow our way through that? No, we're just going to kill our own unit. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's good. then now, is it worth trying to take that on with this? I think we're probably just going to lose that unit if we do that. Well, I don't really care. Now, one thing that will happen with these missions is every time you do one, you'll get a little message at the start of the mission to kind of, you know, tell you who you're against, which is always quite nice to have. They're just running away, which is intriguing. So I'm going to position a unit there. And I'm going to bring this around here. Bring this one through here. I don't want to lose my flamethrower. That's a trade with the SMG. I'm getting very lazy at the moment. I'm just trying to sort of model playing through a game. Okay, well, let's see if we win. We did. Okay, that was fine. Little quick Raiders mission. Send them back, and we've got more money, and there's more mercs now available. Yeah, what I don't know is we have this kind of still slightly opaque system of getting new mercs into the pool. So I don't know how to get a rocket launcher at the moment. It might be worth flagging that up to the player. Still opaque as to how to get new merc types. Not quite sure what was decided on that yet. And we still don't have enough for an AR. Okay. Let's see if there are any other contracts available. There's just one where we have to set up a checkpoint, which I'm just going to... Okay, if I make a squad for that... my not dead squad was removed from the other thing. And... Okay, so... I think I might just sign quickly something to go in that squad. I'll sign an SMG. They can go in not dead. It's another incursion there. Oops. Yep. Okay. It's all fine. Oh yeah, I was going to do that contract, wasn't I? Contracts, set up a checkpoint, accept contract, send squad, send not dead, just one SMG. This should normally work. Not quite sure why it stopped there. It's kind of weird. And we'll send our squad with some dead units to take on this incursion. Okay, so this is another kill the leader one, but it seems to be quite dramatically different from the previous one because we're in this very open space. So that's fine. So let's get to deploying. Oh no, we can't deploy there. Right, how am I going to tackle this? The lead is probably going to run that way. What I would like to do is try and funnel them into a place where I can shoot them with the flamethrower. That would be good. But whether that's going to be feasible or not, I am unclear. So let's just see. I'd really love to get behind that car. Maybe behind this car. and then see if I can get shots through. I'll put that on engage and stop. This, while that's happening, I'd quite like a distraction, but I don't have a lot of options here. I wonder if I can run in and duck without getting shot. Let's see if I aim them out here. Then maybe I will get a clearer idea of what's happening. Dun dun dun. So these missions at the moment are using very similar unit compositions, and eventually they'll use very different ones, and that should provide a lot of the variety that we need in these. But for now, we'll just stick with what we have. So they ended up going the way that we didn't expect them to go, which is irritating. And what I really need to do is run away very quickly from there, because we don't want that shotgun coming out. I mean, I think it is clear from my force currently that we really do need some more ARs. I think I could lose quite badly in this mission, so we'll see. Oh, we might get a shot on the leader. Nearly. What are we doing there? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get away. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so they are running away, clearly. But I don't know if we can run after them and get them in the time. So this is another... This is definitely panned out differently from the other ones. Let's see if we can... We're not still aiming, are we? No. Let's see if we can get them. Be interesting to see. Running. Come on, get the shot. Oh, so close. So close. I wonder if I can bring this unit in here. No. You need to focus on enemy. Get the shot. That's not still on engage and stop, is it? We'll just make sure it isn't. Let's see. Ooh. Now, I don't know if the extraction thing is actually working, but it did make it to the exit, so we'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, okay. He escaped Vale. That's all placeholder. Okay, right, so we lost that one. Okay, thanks to the power of game development magic, we're able to resume right after that mission crashed, which is good. And we lost. Now, this is claiming that our strike team was wiped out. So I need to just check that that's not intentional. Strike team shouldn't be wiped out after failing a random incursion when the target runs away. That's fine. So we're not doing great here. I think the thing that's largely missing from the game currently is faction interaction and factions putting pressure on that. And I know Ian is working on that right now, so that's a good thing to be missing. I mean, basically what they're going to be doing is asking you for relics. So we've got a relic already, although I thought we had more than that. I don't understand what these dead relics are. They've been introduced recently, so I need to ask him about that. So factions are going to be demanding things from you. They might ask you to do tasks. There will be some stuff around their ventures, so you should be doing that. So I'm going to do some faction stuff now because, well, I really need some more money. So let's call up Brightling University. They're very strong at the moment. Who else is strong? Brightling, Blue Sunlight is strong. Safeguard not doing so well. They normally do well. Also, we can look at the shape control and see... Okay, Forgiven Geometry looking quite powerful. And they're kind of around here. Oh, setting up new bases as well is something that we're working on. Currently, the system is silly, and eventually it's going to be clear and easy how you set up a new base. So I think you're kind of... Whoa, that's a good bug. I have seen that bug before. Oh, don't crash, please. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, you probably want a base in every district, I think, at least. And then in the late game, there'll be a lot of incursions popping up everywhere and some big faction warfare, and factions will be getting closer to their goals. So one thing we do need to see, obviously no factions have relics at the moment because the only source of relics currently is you. Factions going for the randomly generated incursions will be a thing as well. I'm just going to put a note... Random incursions, frequency. So that's all fine. So there's another incursion that's landed there. And we can actually see what that is, which is not intentional currently. Need to sort out the intelligence service thing. Oh, we didn't... Did we end up doing that? Oh, yes, this checkpoint contract thing doesn't work very well at the moment, which is unfortunate. What was I doing? I was going to talk to factions. I'm going to ask Brightling University if this graph thing is changing, by the way. Someone commented, like, oh, that doesn't look good with that background. No, it really does not. So we're changing it. This is Chancellor Lane Malhotra. So the Brightling University are a faction from the first game, and they kind of represent the intellectual life of the city. They take a sort of centrist-y position, and they support the council broadly, but they do a lot of their own stuff, and they become instrumental in the story. So again, they're saying, oh, Sonata Incursion didn't work very well. So I'm going to ask them for money, and they're probably going to say no. But what I can do is invest in them. That's another way to get money. I can't do that through there. I can do it through here and this horrible screen. And I'm going to try investing all of, well, nearly all of my disposable income. Okay. So now we should be able to see in my screen... faction payments, faction investments category empty. Okay, well, I wonder if that takes some time to kick in. Okay. Interact with not dead. Okay, actually, we need to put the set up a checkpoint option on this menu. Set up a checkpoint should be on generic interact menu. Isn't this fun? This is the inside look of game development, saying which options should be on which thing, so people don't complain about them too much. I have done that. Okay, we're already getting money from our investment, so that's nice. So let's check to see what we're getting. Faction investment 0. Methinks that is broken. Let's just see if that's still true now. Yes, okay, that's broken. Never mind. So I'm just seeing how much we can get from... Okay, we can see that we have that investment there. That's not ideal, UI, is it? Is it? It's not ideal UI. Oh, yes, we missed an incursion, so they're going to be annoyed with us, so it's financially not a sensible decision. Okay, so we're getting into some stuff now. Blue Sunlight and... Oh, that's broken, isn't it? Blue Sunlight and Brightling are going at it. So these are all Brightling areas, I believe, and these are Blue Sunlight areas. Quite similar colours. So that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Okay, we've got a bigger incursion coming now. We can't use... Oh, our strike team's still out of action, so we've got to wait for them to come back. Okay, that's a quick overview of the general gameplay loop. There's a few different things that we didn't show off there, different types of missions. Obviously, we're repeating the same mission over and over again for some reason. There'll be a whole load of different unit compositions for all of those missions, and so there should be a lot of randomization in there to keep them fresh. We also haven't shown any of the faction stuff, really. At the moment, you can't attack or intercept squads for some reason. That seems to be bugged out. So eventually, what will happen is there will be some of these different elements to plug in. And you'll be able to really see kind of how they play off each other. The economy at the moment is in a big mess, and hopefully something that we can do next week is really reorganize the economy and sort of tweak that together. But I hope that gave you an idea of the loop of how going into missions, looking at your economic status, looking at the factions, and looking at the districts all ties in together and creates this strategic metagame on top of the tactical gameplay. More soon.